Are there any Boston Celtics fans in the comments section? Let's go ahead and find out. If you guys want the Boston Celtics to win the NBA Finals, super simple. All you have to do is spam your shams. Find your little shamrock emoji, find it on your phone or your laptop, doesn't matter. Put it in the comments section down below because they do start the NBA Finals tomorrow. And let's see how many Celtics fans we have here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Coming up here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, I got two big topics. Number one, should the Patriots trade for Brandon Aiyuk? We're going to talk about that and why he may not be happy with the 49ers during their minicamp. On the back half of this show, I want to talk about possibly cutting JuJu Smith Schuster. I think the Patriots are in a much better place in terms of their receiver room, and maybe JuJu just isn't needed anymore for the newly acquired Drake May, Joe Milton, and even Jacoby Brissett and Bailey Zappi. But first things first, let's go ahead and get into whether or not the 49ers are possibly going to part ways with Brandon Aiyuk and trade him away. He is in search of a new contract. That's why all these rumors are starting, is because it's pretty evident Brandon is not happy with what he is being paid right now as possibly one of the best or among one of the best receivers right now in the NFL. But here's what's happening currently with Aiyuk and the 49ers. They do have their minicamp, and he is not reported for the start of the mandatory minicamp. Per the CBA, he is now subject to $104,259 in fines over the next 3 days. Now, we know there are some fine prints that allows the 49ers to pay off these fines. We're very aware of that. But you also saw Matthew Judon come out just a couple weeks ago saying, of course I'm going to mandatory minicamp. I'm not paying $100,000 in fines. So obviously, Aiyuk not attending is really sending a message here, hey, I don't care about the fines. I want my money. So let's get you guys up to date with what you should know about Brandon Aiyuk and the 49ers, because he is due $14.1 million in the final year of his rookie contract. He's looking for a contract that he says will align with the top receiver type of market. You just saw Justin Jefferson get a massive deal as he is in that top receiver market as well. And he seems to be holding out on the 49ers until he gets paid. But of course, some things did take a little bit of precedent over the last couple of days, because we do know that if you take this back about a month ago, they did try to trade him on NFL draft night. New England tried to trade for Brandon Aiyuk during the NFL draft. So they tried to make something happen, but of course the 49ers were not budging. Maybe New England did not give them exactly what they were looking for, but we know New England has tried to make a move here for Aiyuk as soon as last month. But here's why there's now news stories coming out that possibly Aiyuk could dominate and really try to request a trade here with the 49ers, because they just recently paid Christian McCaffrey a 2-year contract extension, $19 million a year. So clearly the 49ers are paying their top players. So Aiyuk sitting here like, why the hell am I not getting paid? And I do think that if the 49ers continue to do this and not meet terms with Brandon, I could really see him requesting a trade coming up closer to the regular season. So what are the Patriots waiting for? Well, it's going to depend how long Aiyuk's holdout is. It's going to depend on whether or not the 49ers and Brandon can come to terms about, hey, this is what I want to be paid to play for your organization. And then they're just going to have to wait. They're going to have to wait for him to outright ask for a trade or see if the 49ers will comply. But the only thing is, New England better be ready if he does request a trade, because he is in the top receiver market, and that could be huge for numerous teams right now in the NFL. Not to mention, New England needs to make this happen. And I do think New England probably has the best chance to make this happen because they've got thousands of dollars in cap space right now, which could be very appealing to a wide receiver that is holding out because he wants more money. The Patriots have the money. They need to do this if the dominoes fall in the right place. But it would not just cost a trade. It would also cost multiple top draft picks in the future here to acquire somebody like Aiyuk to come with the newly acquired Drake May. You even got Jacoby Brissett in there. And think about it. You drafted 2 quarterbacks that have cannons for arms. If you get them a great route running, very fast type of receiver with Brandon Aiyuk, then it's going to be a really good fit which is why I do think it would be worth the multiple draft picks. It would be worth whatever trade they come up with to get Brandon Aiyuk to come to the New England Patriots. But here's my question to you guys. If you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. I am okay with that. Just go on ahead and let me know in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Type N for no and type Y for yes if you think the Patriots should trade for Brandon Aiyuk ahead of the regular season. And speaking of ahead of the regular season, there is a very special holiday coming up in just a few weeks. I'm talking about Father's Day, and Fanatics has a phenomenal deal right now to make sure your dad is repping the New England Patriots ahead of the regular season. This is a 50% off polo. I got producer Smitty here, who's not even a Patriots fan. He looks at his polo and goes, "Oh, it's fresh. That's nice." I'm thinking about getting it for my boyfriend, for my brother, for my dad. There are so many men in my life that would look phenomenal in this polo because it's $27, 50% off from $55. If you're looking for a Father's Day gift, I'm telling you, he will love this. Coming from a great gift giver myself, believe me, ladies know best in what you should get when it comes to gifts. Go to chatsports.com/PatriotsPolo if you guys want to get that 50% off. Get this great deal, $27. Won't show the sweat. You'll be fine, I promise. Chatsports.com/PatriotsPolo. If you guys can't remember that, don't worry, I have bad memory as well. I'm going to link it under this video. You can click that link, and you guys can get 50% off this Father's Day gift. All right, now let's go talk about the receivers the Patriots do currently have. Should the Patriots move on from JuJu Smith Schuster? I know this has been kind of in the air for a little while now, kind of heading into OTAs and minicamp, but I do think it's actually going to linger a little bit longer past that June 1st deadline. But the reason why I want to talk about possibly cutting JuJu is because you don't need him anymore. I think Elliott Wolf and Gerard Mayo have really established a good enough wide receiver room that you can actually have a competition now to see who's going to suit up and be your 5 receivers when it comes to game day. Here are my 5 receivers just from what I've seen in OTAs, just from what I've seen from the recent draft picks. I would go with Kendrick Bourne. I would go with Pop Douglas, KJ Osborne, Jalen Polk, and Javon Baker. I think you got, Baker the touchdown maker is what they're calling him right now. Jalen Polk is going to be a steal. He's already played with somebody like a Drake May when he played in Washington. Now you got KJ Osborne, recently acquired from the Vikings. Pop Douglas, who has been popping off in the OTAs, and Kendrick Bourne obviously has been dealing with a little bit of injuries, but I do think he'll make a comeback this season. These are my 5 receivers I would suit up on game day, and it just doesn't include JuJu Smith Schuster. Why? Because he sucked last year. Unfortunately, he was not the player that he once was, and I don't see him magically having this season in 2024 that's going to replicate his rookie year. He was not good. And not to mention, you've got to factor in the injuries as well. He even told New England he had some knee injuries before even going to play for the Patriots. So I think when you add on a little bit of injuries, and you really don't want that lingering over your wide receiver room, and then you add on the stats that he produced last year, I just don't think it's worth being in a Patriots uniform this year. 47 targets, 29 receptions, 260 yards, only 1 touchdown. This was damn near a career low season for JuJu, behind the season where he only played 5 games. JuJu also missed crucial passes to end up beating the Commanders in Week 9. We saw multiple drops that could have been very, very important for the Patriots to just get a few more wins. And not to mention, he's now entering year 2 of a $333 million 3-year contract. So I just don't think it's worth the money. And I know I just said the Patriots have a ton of money when it comes to cap space. So yes, they're not going to save a shit ton when it comes to possibly cutting JuJu, but it will be enough to possibly make something happen. According to Pro Football Network, a cut would leave behind $9.6 million in dead money in 2024, and then $2.6 million in 2025, leaving about $1 million left in cap space for next season. So yes, you are still shedding. Maybe not a lot, but you are still shedding. But the good news is, Patriots don't have to worry about cap space. They do have a ton of it. So it's not like they're like, oh man, we're like $10 million over that tax hold. Do we need to cut JuJu? No, you can, and you'll be perfectly fine. But I do see the pros to keeping somebody like JuJu on that roster. If it's not for his skill set, I could see that you could be bringing in and keeping JuJu to really mentor this younger wide receiver group. And my 5 receivers that I have suiting up when it comes fall time are 2 rookies. I could see why you would keep JuJu there. They're doing exactly the same thing right now with Jacoby Brissett mentoring Drake May. Although I do think that's a little bit different scenario because I do think Jacoby Brissett could actually be the starter here in week 1. But you get what I'm saying. Overall, you only have 1 season under your belt for New England. It's not like you're letting go of a veteran that's played for you for 10 years. That's not the case. You picked him up last season and he sucked. I think it's now time to move on. You've got all new front office, all new head coaching, all new offensive coordinators. I think it's now time to focus on the future as the Bill Belichick era is over and you don't need Schuster anymore. And I do not think he will shine like he did many years ago for the Patriots in this upcoming season. So, with that being said, go on ahead and let me know what you guys think. Comment why or why not the Patriots should cut JuJu Smith Schuster ahead of the 2024 NFL regular season. And as always, please hit that sub button for me.